What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright folks, we are going to talk about train to become a formidable combatant. This mode here is a game changer for any player playing this game, but there are a lot of missteps and mistakes you can make along the way. I want to cover some of this stuff for you guys real quick so you guys don't make mistakes and you guys go further ahead in this than you normally would if you didn't do these following tips and tricks. Okay, so first thing you want to note is that this will pop up as soon as you start the game. This is one of the best things they've introduced when it comes down to free to play. Couple things I want to talk about though that will make or break this speed in terms of how fast you can get this done, depending on what you focus on and what you don't. Okay, so first couple things to remember. You're going to need to upgrade a lot of armor. Okay, so artifacts are going to be something you want to wait when there is a free day to remove artifacts. Okay, because the reason why you want to do this is because there's going to be some growth missions here that are going to ask you to remove armor. Just keep in mind, one thing you can do when they ask you this, they usually ask you to do it twice, is you can actually change artifact, unequip, well, they'll consider that as one, and then re-equip. They'll consider that as two. Okay, so you don't have to actually go ahead and unequip more than one equipment. You can just take it off and put it back on. But the importance is to make sure that the day that you're doing this is the free removal of artifacts day. That way you're not spending gold. That's a really big one because it happens a lot and it'll eat up your gold super fast. Okay, so make sure, guys, when you are focusing on this, you are in fact waiting for this day to occur. This is a big one. Okay, another one. Don't buy everything in the shop. Okay, now when I say this, I'm specifically talking about this shop here, the mana exchange shop. So if I go back down here, you guys can see the exchange shop. Normally what we do is the mana crystal exchange, we just buy whatever we want, right? Specifically the advanced mana crystals. This one here, you want to buy when they ask you to buy it. Okay, you guys can see here right now, if I go back to mine, right? You'll see I'm already done one of them. It says purchase advanced mana crystals from Mana Crystal Exchange. I'm on 10.7. On the 7th or 8th chapter, they ask you to purchase 10. I had already purchased the entire 50 that day, and I actually had to wait the entire whole day to get myself another opportunity to do this. So do not purchase out all of these mana crystals. Wait till they tell you when to do it, then purchase it. It starts at 10, then now at chapter 10, it goes to purchase 20. Okay, so make sure you wait for that. Also, for crafting purposes, don't craft everything up front. Wait till they ask you to craft something specific, and you're going to need to do that then, okay? So this is something that's going to matter a lot. So go to crafting. It'll click on this. It'll tell you to craft, what does it say? Craft one of them. Perfect. Click on that. And you'll see right away we've crafted it and it's done. Now, there are some retroactive ones you don't have to worry about. So, for example, the ones that say upgrade Cha, if you already went ahead and upgraded her ahead of time, don't worry about it. You're good to go, okay? So these are retroactive. Upgrading Cha's weapon, retroactive. You don't have to do it on the spot. It'll automatically count it when it's there. Another one that's really important as well too is it's going to ask you to level up two weapons to level 40. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I always keep some weapons behind for purposely leveling them up in the future. You guys can see here. One of them will be the Kasaka blades, by the way, so you will have to do it. Make sure you do it. I have not advanced them at all. I have 2 extra ones here, and I'm waiting for the instructions to do so. So until I'm told, I'm not going to do that, or unless I'm completely done the entire thing, right? So try to have a secondary weapon that you want to level to 40. My personal secondary weapon was in fact the Huntsman. So I've always had it at level 1, and I just slowly do 1 level a day to get my dailies out of the way, plus any events that are coming up. So finally there's a reason to get a secondary weapon to level 40. So that's going to be an important one, guys, okay? Now, one of the more expensive ones that's going to cost you quite a bit is one that they ask you to do very often, and that is to level up your actual artifacts from, it'll usually say level up 2 artifacts to level 10, then it gets to 4, then it gets to 8, then it gets to level up to 15 for 4, then eventually to 8, then it'll get to eventually to 20, right? So what I've done for mine personally is I've gone ahead and done Essels to 15. You guys can see I started off with 10 originally, then I went to 15, and now for the ones that are going above and beyond these original ones, I'm actually setting up a setup, like a secondary artifact set for her. So for example, either doing a Sylph set here as a support, or you can do arm set here, or whatever, or curse set, right? Whichever one you want. But keep in mind, they will give you the resources to do majority of it plus the gold, but it is very costly. And again, something you may want to consider doing during the day here that allows you to do it for free rather than spending your own gold. And it gets, again, very costly, guys. So keep that in mind, okay? Another one also that you want to keep in mind as well while you're doing this is the gate keys. At some point, they're going to ask you to buy the gate keys from the guild shop, so make sure you have enough guild tokens for that. And also at one point they're going to ask you to accept your weekly completion of your weekly tasks, I guess, under this section here, right under your missions, right? The weekly missions. That's what I want to say. Weekly missions. So make sure you have this available to accept for that specific mission. And then there's at one point they're going to ask you to go into the guild and buy yourself some some gate keys, right? And then eventually they're going to ask you to do some gates. So make sure you have those points available to actually purchase at least the gate keys at the very least. That's all I've had to purchase so far, and then do that. Okay, so those are some of the bigger ones that you definitely want to do. Now, a couple other ones as well too. You guys can see play Power of Destruction one time, for example. Now this one I already did. Okay, there's my Meilin A5, by the way. Ooh, that feels good. Hold on, let me finish that up. Meilin A5, finally. That took me forever to get. Hey, look at that. My supports are starting to come together, guys. Feels pretty damn good. Okay, so there we go. My Meilin is officially done. Oh, and that's another thing. When you are getting your support tokens, a lot of people were asking, how do you unlock this remaining draw count thing, right? So you will unlock this fixed support draw after you start getting to a certain chapter. I believe it's chapter 6 or 7, and then you'll start getting these little tickets. So when this opens up, you're actually able to do multis through the ticketing system that they provide you and get you the units you're looking for. Now, I got my Meilin to A4 here, okay? And then I got that free Meilin to A5 right there. You just saw that. I don't get her to A5 doing this. Just get to A4 if you want, if that's the unit you want, and then get the rest of the ones afterwards. Now, the rest here that are sitting around, I have a couple options. Obviously, I'm going to debate whether I want to get my Min up, or if I want to get my Yusuyun up, or, you know, finally get a Gina or an Isla. So we're going to wait for that. But I've got 15 tickets. But this is an important one, guys. You only get limited amount of chances. Don't screw this up. And the pity is 40. You guys can see here, right? Or I guess, is that a pity? I don't even know if it's considered a pity, realistically. Nonetheless, though, you got to be careful, okay, who you decide on there. So Meilin is now out of the picture for me. The next person I'm going to go for now is probably going to be Min, I'd imagine, and then get him up as well, all right? So this is an important one. There it is. Pity is 40. So there you guys go. But I only believe you only get 40 tickets. So if you hit it before the 40, the rest is all just luck. Okay, so best of luck to you guys on that one. So that's another big one too. Now, you guys saw I had to do Power of Destruction. This one, actually, you do have to do it the time they ask you. Like, I've already completed my Power of Destruction, but I can go in quickly and do this again and see what happens, right? So let's just say I want to do this one more time. I'll just jump in. I don't know if I can just reset it, and or do like a quit one. So let's just find out right now. I'll do like a quick hit and see if this works, and this will be a good trick for you guys as well if you guys want to avoid having to do the whole thing, if you've already done it like I have, right? So this has been asked twice now, I believe. So here, I'll do a little bit of damage, and then we'll just go exit. Okay, let's just see if they count this. They may not. I might actually have to finish a whole battle here. Oh, it did. There you guys go. So just go in, and if you've already done it, just exit, and that will get you guys the points you need, okay? Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me to test the Kasaka daggers. I haven't had a chance to get it to A5 yet. I'm working on that. I will, as soon as I have it, we'll do the testing for you guys to see if it's worthwhile doing. I'm pretty sure it's a mediocre weapon, but at the same time, it's still, I know a lot of people still want me to do the test for you. So there you guys go. Look at this. We're pushing through chapter 10, going through here. Level up 2 hunter skills. This is an important one as well too. You can pick any hunter. It doesn't have to be Essel. That a lot of people were saying like, hey, save all your tokens for Essel. You don't have to make it her if you don't want to. I'm doing it even though, I don't have to do it. You can pick anybody you want. But you guys can see that I did it twice. Take your time with this, guys. It's really important, okay? Now I have 3 hunters weapon reach 40. That's an easy one. Right, and there you guys go. Another one there now, tier 11. So you guys can see now I'm getting Meilin's weapon, another Cha weapon, and then more support tickets along the way. And then as you push further, you're going to now get one more Cha, and then get the million gold, and then finally get yourself the custom draw tickets that everybody is looking for. So there you guys have it. A lot of tips and tricks, some ways to not make some mistakes along the way. Very, very important, guys, to not push ahead. That is the biggest piece of advice I can give you guys, is the further you push ahead in this, in regards to doing it before they ask you to do it, the more you're going to screw yourself over. So definitely, look at this, upgrade hunter 3 times, right? Like I have to go find a hunter now that I want to do that for. So let's just see, I don't know. Let's find somebody who has low upgrades. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And this is why you always have reserve hunters to do stuff like this for, whether it's growth events or stuff like this. Always look for hunters, guys. And remember, you can do this for SR hunters. It doesn't have to be SSRs. Oh, and another big one here. Attempt Ruin Fusion. Get the Ruin stuff and the Blessing Stone powders from the new rock, paper, scissors event. Okay? Very, very important, guys. So you guys can see Ruin Fusion. Fuse once. Leave it here. I have a lot I can fuse, but I'm not going to. And then you continue going. And then here you guys go. Look, attempt enhancement 10 times on anything. So this one you can just choose whatever you like. So I'm going to go back to Essel here. Let's see what she has. And again, very, very expensive one, right? So just pick one that you're for sure going to keep. I mean, let's just go with the boots. For sure I'm keeping these ones, right? I'll go to 20. And they want 10 total attempts. It doesn't have to go to 20 even, just 10 total attempts. You'll see right, it should pop up very soon. There it is right there. So I can stop now. Because the reason why you want to stop is eventually they're going to ask you to go to 20. So don't push it to 20 if you don't have to. There you guys go. And then the rest here is pretty straightforward. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.